On tonight's episode of Tales from the Porch Lane, Dime Bag, Second Opinions, Cold AC, and Rough Giraffes. But first, a word from our sponsor. If you're hungry and you need a snack, get you some Timmy T's Potted Possum. Timmy T's Potted Possum is made from the freshest roadkill, sun-ripened on the hot Carolina asphalt and scraped up at the peak of perfection. Timmy T's Potted Possum is loaded with 11 herbs, 12 spices, a Modi Mayday, and a hint of penicillin. If you're hungry and you need a snack, reach for you some Timmy T's Potted Possum. Available at your finer trade lots and truck stops. Timmy T's Potted Possum. Ask for it by name. So, you're going to have to bear with me. I've been sick. I've been hacking and gagging. My old buddy texted me yesterday. He said, "Oh, pal, I'm down." And I said, "What's wrong?" He said, I got a dime bag hole in my sack where they had to cut a piece of glass out of it." And I said, "A piece of glass out of your sack?" And he said, "Yeah. I had to go to the doctor. They had to cut it out." So I said, "Well, how did this happen?" He said, I got a knot down there on my sack. And I thought it was a tick. And said, I thought it was buried in there. So I went to the doctor. Said he looked at it and he got a scalpel and cut it up, and here's a piece of glass. And I said, "Well, how did it get there?" He said, "Well, the other day, some old shit had hit the side of my truck and busted my mirror. And the glass rolled down my overalls. And some of it got in my sack." So he said, "Now I've got a dime-sized hole in my sack." So his new name's Dime Bag. Saturday, I was helping Timmy T's over at our buddy Slick Rick's. Timmy T's been working on Slick Rick's car, and Slick Rick is full of tales. I mean, man, he can tell as many or more tales than I can. So he got to telling us about going to the doctor and getting his first prostate examination. He said he went in there to the doctor, and the doctor told him that he was over 50 and it's time to check his prostate. And he said, "Well, I ain't really wanting to do this." And he said, "No." He said, "You need to do it." So he said he shoved his britches and his drawers down. The doctor went over and put a glove on, got some of that KY on his fingers, and said he run his finger up there, and he said he was feeling around. He said, "Yeah, left side's good, right side's good." Said he pulled it out and he stood up, and he said, I looked around, I said, "Doc," he said, "how about lubing up that other finger and sticking it up there too?" And the doctor looked at him and said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "I really don't want to have to do this again. I want a second opinion." so, I don't know if the doctor gave him a second opinion or not, but he was all right. So my oldest one was headed back to college the other day, and she texted me a picture of a light on her car. She said, "What's this?" And I looked at it, and I said, it looked like a coolant light. And I called her and I said, "Honey," I said, you need to pull over." I said, cut the heat on as high as it'll go, because it's a Volkswagen. I was afraid the water pump had went on it. And so she was about a mile from her apartment. She pulled over, she cut the heat on, she made it onto the apartment. Well, she called me. I said, "I'll get over there and check it as soon as I get time, because it's about 45 minutes from the shop." So she called me and she said, "Well, can't I just take it by a parts place or somewhere and let them check it and see if my coolant's low?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's fine." I said, I got a buddy that's like a territory manager over for a big parts retailer. And I said, "Let me call him and see if he can get them to check it for you." And I talked to him. He said, "Yeah, just tell him I said asked him if they'd check it." So I sent her over there. She called me after she got done. And she said, I said, "Was it low?" And she said, "Yeah." just a little bit. It was like down to the ad mark, and they put some in it and said it does fine now. She said, you know, my air conditioner's really cold since they done that. And I said, honey, I said, that wasn't for your air conditioner. It wasn't refrigerant. It was coolant for the car to keep it running cool. It was antifreeze and coolant. I said, it wasn't nothing with your AC. And she said, oh, well, okay, well, my AC's still pretty cold. Oh, Lord. I feel like my papa laughing and coughing. So, last night I was putting my youngest one to bed, and we were talking, getting ready to say her prayers. And she said, Daddy, have you ever done a rough giraffe? And I said, a rough giraffe? No, what's that? She said, you know, a rough giraffe, where you write something down. Like, and then you got to write it first on one piece of paper, and then you write it on another when you finish it up. And I said, honey, I said, that's a rough draft, not a rough giraffe. And she said, oh, I thought the teacher said it was a rough giraffe. She said, I like rough giraffe. I was just going to call it a rough giraffe. So I guess that's what they're teaching at the elementary school now. They ain't teaching rough drafts, they're teaching rough giraffes. But I reckon that's about all the tales I can tell tonight. I gotta get back in here, take me some medicine, shut her down. It's time to piss on the fire and call the dogs. I'll see you on the flip.